And good afternoon, East Alabama and West Georgia. Dr. Don back in here with you. National Weather Service office in Birmingham has now issued a tornado warning for Coosa County of Central Alabama, East Central Alabama. The tornado warning is for northwestern Coosa County and is in effect until 2:30 p.m. this afternoon. At 1:37 p.m., a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located over Lay Lake Dam, or 10 miles southwest of Talladega Springs, moving to the northeast at 40 miles per hour. The impact with this storm is going to be a possible tornado. So repeating once again, a new tornado warning now for northwestern Coosa County in east central Alabama. That warning is in effect until 2:30 this afternoon. So if we go over here and take a look at this storm a little closer, we will zoom in for you. And you can see that locations in the path of this storm will include Weguffka in about 17 minutes, Stewartville in 25 minutes. If it stays together, it'll end up in southern Talladega County in about 30 minutes around Sylacauga. In 34 minutes, Mount Olive, Hollins in about 35 minutes. Midway at about 39 minutes, and then Shady Grove in around 49 minutes. So once again, that is a tornado warning now in effect for northwestern Coosa County. Places like Stewartville, you could expect the storm to arrive there around 2:05 Central this afternoon. We'll zoom back out and show you the overall picture. We now have a new tornado warning just issued. This is going to be for Elmore County. This is for that storm coming out of Watauga County, and it would be near Deatsville. Let me switch over to the base velocity. And yes, well, you can see a much better shot here. Now, that's very broad rotation, but it is significant rotation. They're just west of Deatsville, and that is going to be moving on over into Elmore County. So some locations in the path of this storm in Elmore County would include Holtville in about 11 minutes, Central in 38 minutes. If it holds together, Seaman in 39, Equality in 41 minutes, and Kalijah there on Lake Martin in about 55 minutes. So two tornado warnings of concern now. This one for northwest Elmore County. You folks down here in Wetumpka, you need to pay attention to this system because we have more rotation that's trying to get together down here around Prattville. That's pretty concerning right there. Don't have a warning for this storm, but you folks down here in Prattville, especially if you're up there on Highway 31 up toward the intersection of 31 and I-65, or maybe just a little bit north of the 31 I-65 interchange, you might want to take cover. I would expect a tornado warning will be issued at any moment on this storm here just to the northwest of Prattville up there, just north of 82, moving off to the east-northeast. And so you folks in Wetumpka, even though you're not in this tornado warning, you are in a tornado watch. The storm that has prompted the warning for Elmore County will stay to your north. But again, we have a new cell forming down here just north of Prattville. We'll have to keep a real close watch on. So let me go back over to the reflectivity so you can kind of see, and I'll zoom out a little bit for you. You folks up here in Randolph, you're good. Clay, you're in good shape. Tallapoosa, Chambers, Lee, and of course all of our West Georgia counties are in good shape right now. But that is going to change over time as this line of storms moves into East Alabama and West Georgia. So the Weather Service, I'm just looking at some of the things the Weather Service is telling us. They've issued that tornado warning now for the area near Deatsville, and they're just discussing these storms. And let me zoom back in. Let me go back over to the reflectivity. I'm sorry, to the base velocity. All right, so they're continuing the tornado warning for Coosa County at 1:43 p.m. A confirmed tornado was located near Lay Lake, or 8 miles south of Talladega Springs, moving to the northeast at 35 miles per hour. So now we have a confirmed tornado. Again, this is going to be about 8 miles south of Talladega Springs, or located very close to Lay Lake. So let me take you to that particular storm. That's going to be the northern storm. And we'll zoom in close. Understand this is really close to the Birmingham radar. So, yeah, your tornado is going to be right here. There's your area of rotation. And if we put that in motion, yeah, you can clearly see it right there where the little arrows are. So here's your possible tornado, or actually your confirmed tornado, moving into Coosa County to the west of Weguffca. Let me put some more. Oh, it's not going to let me do that. So, Weguffca, you need to go to your safe place. You folks up here in southern Talladega County, I'm talking probably out there on 280 between Sylacauga, back down to just west of Goodwater, maybe the Mount Olive community. You need to be going ahead and making preparations to go to your safe place in your home and at your place of business. Of course, the safest place for you to go is going to be in the center of the lowest floor of your home or your place of work. You want to make sure that you're away from windows. You need to be in a small room or a closet in the center of that lowest floor. If you have a basement, that's certainly where you want to be. Make sure you carry items with you to help protect your head and your body, such as motorcycle helmets, football helmets, baseball helmets, blankets, cushions off of a couch, a futon, mattress from a baby bed. Make sure you have on hard-soled shoes. Carry something with you to make loud noises. Make sure your cell phone is with you. And if you're in this polygon here in north and northwestern Coosa County in Alabama, you need to go ahead and go to your safe place. Believe that the possible tornado might move just a little bit north of Weguffca, but certainly Stewartville. You need to be prepared to go to your safe place, and you folks up here in southern Talladega County, most likely south of Talladega, over here in Clay County. You folks in Hollins, you need to really start paying attention to this storm back off to your southwest. Now, you don't need to go to your safe place just yet in Hollins, but you need to know where it's at and make plans to go ahead and go to that safe place in the event this storm does hold together. Going back down to the southern storm, again, this is going to be for northwestern Elmore County. This is for a tornado very close to Deatsville, moving off to the northeast as well. This storm, significant TDS in the Deatsville area. So we have a tornado debris signature with this storm down here in the Deatsville area. So that's a good indication that we have a tornado on the ground there as well. And I got to tell you, that's a nasty-looking signature right there. The storm coming up on Holtville at this hour. So this is going to continue to move on off to the northeast, and most likely we have a storm on the ground here. So if you're in Hopeful, if you're in Titus, if you're anywhere on Highway 231, basically north of Wetumpka, you don't need to be driving. And if this storm holds together, you folks over here in Central and Seaman need to be ready to take cover as well. This storm will continue moving on off to the northeast. So that is the situation as we have it at the moment. I'll take you back over to the reflectivity. So you can see all of the storms here. And it's a very stormy afternoon across Alabama, and that's going to continue. We see no reason to believe that these storms are going to die down any as they move into East Alabama. So heads up, you folks in Clay, Randolph, Talladega, Tallapoosa, Chambers, Lee, and then, of course, all of our West Georgia counties. You need to be prepared to go to your safe place with very short warning as these storms move into East Alabama. This is a particularly dangerous situation as we now have 2 confirmed tornadoes on the ground in central Alabama moving off to the northeast. If you live in a mobile home anywhere across East Alabama or West Georgia, now is the time to evacuate to a sturdy structure. Now is the time to go to your neighbor or your friend's house, or maybe you have a family member that lives across the town. Now's the time to go there. If you have a place of business where you can go and hang out for several hours until this moves through, gosh, I know it's an inconvenience, but it's much better than being in a mobile home with a tornado moving in your general direction. So Birmingham is now continuing the tornado warning for Coosa County at 1:49 p.m. A confirmed tornado was located over Marble Valley or near Talladega Springs, moving to the northeast at about 30 miles per hour. We're going to continue to watch this for you throughout the afternoon. You're under a tornado watch all across East Alabama and West Georgia. I'm Dr. Don. I'll be back with you with more severe weather coverage as